Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. Now, today, I'm bringing you a story about Scientology and some of these police departments here in the United States. Police are reliable when they are called, and that should stay that way. For service in a neighborhood around an area where they're in. They would be a pillar of the community that everyone generally respects by good people in their town. They are known for being strong and powerful within the public eye when people see them. Then all the police officers are known for looking sharp in those blue uniforms, and people respect them when they see that you. But when Scientology is in the picture, it won't be a good situation for their. Let me try that again. And this is why.
Are at this park in downtown Clearwater, which is owned by the Church of Scientology. Some police officers come up to them and tell them the church called and wants them off their property. That's when Remini says the church is using the Clearwater Police Department.
I am a critic of the way in which the church handles critics.
Okay, I was trying to stop it, but didn't. Why? That's the reason why the police department is siding with Scientology, is because of those reasons. And Clearwater police should stop their having a relationship with Scientology because they are being biased when it comes to Scientology. And it's due to the fact that they give, and they also donate money to their unions and to their accelerated programs. Some of the members of law enforcement has a relationship with the cult of Scientology, and of course, and it would cause a huge conflict because of these police officers are being close to the organization and has so much bias towards Scientology. They're just not able to actually make a good judgment because Scientology's always knows how to get to a police officer's good side, and they use it to get up in personal, and that's the way they get along so well, unfortunately. And then when it's an emergency and they had something to do with that emergency and they had something to do with the crime, they won't be arrested. There are so many high-profile cases about Scientology infiltrating the police department and other government agencies. They would also employ some of these police officers as security guards for that cult part-time, so they would be in their back pocket of that organization and Scientology, and since they are at the back of their pockets, they are showing so much favoritism towards that organization, so they are responding to their meaning if there are protesters around and they know they're only there to voice their First Amendment rights, they call them, and it would be usually an unrelated crime. Either that, they would make it up. Of course, I don't have this footage pulled up because I didn't think of it at the time, but last year, during December, a bomb threat was called to the test center made by Scientology, and they blamed a young minor. I'm sorry, I don't have that clip. Maybe if it's brought up in the future, Some of the police departments even have a partnership with Scientology, such as the LAPD in California and the Clearwater, Florida police, promoting their Knocking On program and their drug programs, which they sponsor. And that's the way they get to these police departments. The nature of these relationships have drew so much criticism and controversy when Scientology is interacting with the police. This includes the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is also collaborating with that organization. The nature of this relationship has drew so much controversy when considering Scientology, but only that relationship between Los Angeles police and Scientology had called an investigation into their dealings with Scientology because of that close relationship. The Office of the Inspector General would acknowledge that they are not able to describe any of the circumstances that are well known in these cases when Scientology has a relationship with police departments such as the LAPD and Clearwater Police. Because of that problem, there's so much chaos in Los Angeles, and there's hardly ever activity in Clearwater because there's no activity in Clearwater because it's dead. There's no revenue flowing through that town. This would be an ongoing investigation with the connection in the LA and Scientology partnership. The example definitely shows that they could be a relationship between the law enforcement and the criminal organization. In all, police officers have and be professional by conducting themselves properly when it comes to their jobs. And in order to do that, they would have to discontinue their partnership with Scientology. That's the only way it would get better. Then they can go back to being a pillar in their community that everyone generally respects by good people in their town. But you know what? Not all police officers like that. Of course, whenever things happen like that, it would always be a big shock because they are supposed to be there to serve the best interests of the people. And only some of them are corrupt, not all of them. But if Scientology is in the picture, it wouldn't be a good situation for their profession. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. If they discontinue the relationship, that incidents won't happen like this one. Yeah, hold on, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't get it moving. But that would be the reason why. I mean, there would be a tax like that would have had on that clip if this chaos continue with Scientology. Then if they break off the relationship with Scientology, there won't be so many high-profile cases about Scientology infiltration with the police department because they would able to make better decisions without. Then when the inspector general has the knowledge that they are able to describe any of the circumstances that are well known in the case, they can finally pull the plug on their partnership. And if they pull their plug on their partnership, things like this will happen. Won't happen.
Act of aggression. Keep your hands off of
you how to run a business, how to manage your personal life, all these things that they charge for classes to teach you, and yet they don't follow what they preach. You know, kind of hypocritical, I think.
And there we go. That won't happen. Of course, I wanted it on my other scene, but that would be the complaint the business owner would have. And in conclusion, things will go back to normal in all the police departments again. Each and every, that's if they stop having a relationship with science. Well, that should do it for this live stream. Go on my left-hand side, click on it. If you're interested in still watching my clips and can't get enough of it, click on that link. I know this is live, but click on that link right there. Hit the like, press subscribe. Oh, sorry. I wanted to bring up another issue. Okay. Now, we all know that Aaron Smith Levin got arrested. Now, I don't think it's going to happen because we haven't heard anything. Would it be the case that the DA decided not to pursue? Probably. If not, keep your fingers crossed. And of course, we all know that Club Brain Frog also hurt herself in front of that test center, and they couldn't have cared less that thing hit her. So when that sign hit her, she went up to the door, told them. They didn't care. They got cocky. Yeah. But right now, she said she's doing a little bit better, but I'll check it out and see how she's doing. So that should do it. So back to the beginning of the ending. Well, now that should do it for this live stream. Go to the link on my left-hand side and click on it. Press the like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.